Alright there guys, round 4 NRL coming your way live and direct. Let's check out the league ladder. West Sydney dominating top spots, and then down at the bottom we got these 3 teams. I picked 2 upsets last week with the Storm and the Dogs. Didn't come off. It was a rough one, but there were 3 upsets with the Bunnies, the Warriors and the Tigers. So yeah, go figure. So you earn or you learn. We're going to bring those lessons coming into round 4 and get the perfect multi this week. It's a lot easier. First game out the gate, we got the team in the worst form against the team in the best form. Just looking at the team list, you've got Steve Krypton playing fullback this week. That's going to be interesting to watch. But the Panthers are in amazing form. We've got Brian T.O.O. taking it to a new level. Luai, Cleary back in the team. Meanwhile, the Sea Eagles, they're in desperation mode, and their time to suffer is this Thursday night. 13 plus, the Panthers, unless you think April Fool's Day is going to come early this season. Then, Friday, 2nd of April, we got the Doggies versus the Rabbits. Similar scenario, the Doggies couldn't score in a brothel. It's just not working for them this season. Meanwhile, the Bunnies are clicking, and that Gagai-Walker combination is the scariest thing in rugby league at the moment. So, yep, you don't have to overthink this one. 13 plus Bunnies. Then, Friday night, an interesting one. We've got the Broncos versus the Storm. Broncos finally got the monkey off their back with the victory last week. They've got this fullback playing great. They've got the X Factor on the right. Still missing Katoni Staggs. I don't know where he is at the moment. But the Storm, the pressure is on them. They've lost 2 games in a row. But they haven't been beaten. You know, they've lost at the death. Could have gone either way. They've had a tough start to the season. And yeah, they're missing Cameron Smith. Let's be honest. But they've got too much quality for the Broncos here. So we've got to go 13 plus. Pappy Van Winkle's back. Then, first game Saturday, we've got an interesting one. Sharkies, Cowboys. This game, we're gonna know definitively what the Cowboys are all about. Okay, this is their chance to get some respect, to shake up the league, to say, hey, we're here, put their nuts on the table. Otherwise, we just know what we probably think already, that they're spineless without JT, because they looked pretty bad last week again. The Sharkies, could they be there for the taking? You know, Krakatoa is out this week, as well as Nikora. They were disappointing last week. They only scored 1 try, which is pretty weird. But we'd have a system with the Sharks, and when they play bottom 8 teams, they lose. When they play they win. When they play top 8 teams, they lose. The system hasn't let us down yet, so we're going to stick with it and tip them 13 plus. Then we've got these 2 games are the tough ones to pick of the round. I always go with 1 or 2 upsets around, so this is the best game. My favourite 2 teams, the Titans and the Raiders. Titans starting to click. You know, they've destroyed the 2 other Queensland teams. Meanwhile, the Raiders, Lady Luck, I don't know what's going on with this, because she turned her back on the Raiders last week, and the week before that, she smiled on them. And the Raiders are without Tarpini, which is a huge loss for them. They've got lots of pedigree. You'd have to really fancy them here. But the Titans are starting to look like they might be a team. Oh, I really don't know which way to go here, to be honest. But toss of the coin. Just because we need an upset, I might go with the Titans. And the next game could be also an upset here on Sunday. We've got probably for me, the most boring team in the league to watch against the most exciting. No disrespect to the Dark Knights here. It's just they do all the fundamentals correctly from a coaching point of view. You know, they check all the boxes. It's just no razzle dazzle. There's no flashy stuff. Okay. Meanwhile, on the Skull Dragons, we've got no game plan, and it's just willy-nilly crazy football. They throw the ball to their playmakers, which are Slim Dusty, Soundgarden, Pepsi Max, Rambolambo. Only problem this week is they're without Hunt, who the guy has been, making moves. So he's out this week. Adam Clune, not a bad replacement, but could go either way. I hope the Skull Dragons keep bringing the pain. There'll be highlights, don't worry about that. But I'm going to go with the Knights on this one at home ground, 1-12. Then Sunday's match, the Red Roosters against the Warriors. Yeah, the Red Roosters lost in a chook fight last week. That's wounded pride, but they got a whole bunch of players coming into the side this week. And Hiku is out, the pH test. So the Warriors are a yo-yo team. They win one, lose one. They pulled off upset of the season last week against the Green Machine. They got a lot of heart, but it's their time to lay down and lose this match because the Roosters, they got a point to prove, and they've got the lawnmower back in the side. So we're going to pick them 12 plus. Then last game of the round, it's on a Monday. We've got the Tigers versus the Eels. And those Tigers, they love catching teams when they're slipping. They got the upset against the Dark Knights when they slipped up last week. Tommy Talau, he's the guy to watch. But the Eels, they're bringing razzle dazzle at the moment. Every guy is on form, bringing the silks. They've got Reid Mahoney in the team. And they're playing so good, they even got this guy here, some dude on the Make-A-Wish Foundation, never been in the gym in his life, giving him the opportunity of his lifetime to play in the second row in NRL. So that's good to see. Maybe a little bit overconfident, but no, we've got to go the Eels here, 1-12. So yeah, just to recap, this is what we're looking at for round 4. Panthers 13 plus, Bunnies 13 plus, Storm 13 plus, Sharkies 13 plus. These are the two games I'm worried about, but we need some upsets, so we're going to go the Titans 1-12. Obviously, could go the other way, no problems. Also, we're going to go the Knights 1-12. The Chooks 13 plus, and the Eels 1-12. And yeah, I hope the Chooks don't mess up any. That Josh Morris doesn't mess up any more multis last week, because I heard he got a death threat from somebody from scoring that try at the end, and making sure they didn't lose 13 plus. So yeah, I hope he survives and I hope he plays this week. I don't want to see him, somebody like cap him out just for that. But if he does get capped out, it wouldn't be, first degree murder. Obviously, there is pretty good motive there. He did mess up a lot of multis last week. Let's face it. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for round 4. Hope you guys bring the pain. I'm going to drop a couple Bitcoin on this one. And yeah, 8 from 8. I think it's a possibility. So all right, catch up next week, guys. Latest.